Hello, my name is Brian. This is Football Manager 22. We're back in Malia. I've just randomly decided to peek in on the staff screen here, just because why not? You know, nothing else has changed in the month and a half since the last video that got rudely cut off and I cleared space. Just wanted to point out some of the famous players who now are on my staff, like Ruud van Nistelrooy. I'm sure I savagely ruined his name, but there he is. He's one of our coaches, along with Luka Modric, who is still only has a Continental B license. So I think he's actually going to be a really good coach once he gets 2 more licenses. So happy to have him on the staff. For us Americans, my U23 manager, or sorry, my U17 manager, is still Columbus Crew legend Brian McBride. Let's go Crew. But yeah, so things have gone fine since our victory over Rangers that you didn't get to see the end of. We beat Granada, we beat Atletico Madrid on the road, and we beat Sevilla before we lost to Real Madrid at home, 2-3. They had a frustrating 85th minute winner. And then in terms of the Champions League, we had a draw at Atalanta in our first leg, which is pretty decent. I'll take it. It did take a 84th minute penalty, but going evensies into the home leg definitely feels much better than the alternative. Once we finish with this video, I will be recording a video for the Copa del Rey, so that'll be fun 3 days in the game later. But yeah, no changes in terms of signings or anything. We have some slight injury issues. Charles Abbey took up a kind of long-term injury. Mortalisao is a minor injury. Santos is out for 1 to 5 days still. Eric Mobby shouldn't really be paid attention to. He was a loanee who we called back to help fill out in January. So we're a little tired. We've been playing 2 a week for a long time now, and we're a little nicked up. But this is what we'll be going to with against Atalanta. Kone and Kone up top, Hassan on the left wing, Issa, Jim, Gayabua in the middle, Sami, Kasama, Hamidi, Sessegnon on the back line, and Babangida in goal. Team seems pretty well motivated, other than the coming off a loss thing, but we do it again. The win over Rangers was enough to satisfy the promise to Nordin Hamidi, so his "I want to leave." We've since given him a new contract since he no longer wants to leave, because we've proven we can make the quarterfinals of the Champions League. So it was a very kind of underwhelming promise, frankly. If all we had to do was win, 1 2-legged tie, it felt like we should, had to have at least won the quarterfinal. But I'm not going to complain that it was easier to get him to stick around to give him a new contract. A couple other players who are thinking about new contracts. Mostly, we've been able to push them off just by going, "Hey, what's going on?" But we do have the money just to hand out new contracts if we want, because we, again, didn't spend anything this year, despite what the board wanted. Issa slips in with the interception there. Well, not interception, but dispossession, and then a bit of a pass about. And let's see if we can actually create an opportunity here. Last one we saw, we just kind of kicked it out of bounds. Hassan cuts it into Kone. Issa, Hassan. There we go. Jim streaking up the middle. Come on, Theo. Oh, chipped the keeper and the defender got there. Brutal. I love the quick thinking by Gayabua to kind of backfoot it back to the center back when there's a defender right on him. Ball's played forward to Kone by Sessegnon. Tries to get a cross off, but instead into the defender, but it gets corner, so we'll take it. Again, nothing to expect good things there. Jim plays it out to Kone, is onside this time. tries to square it across, and nope, another corner. Yeah, Matsuma's on the bench, so I would be amazed if something goofy like that might happen, deflection into one of the strikers picking it up and scoring a goal. But Hamidi or Kasama heading it in, very unlikely. Oh, looks like Issa comes away with it here. Good. Puts the pressure on. Leading Kone just a little too much. Aristide Kone there, the right winger. Plays it in. Theo Jim. Tipped wide. Yet another corner for the good boys in blue. Just absolutely no control by Hamidi. He can get out. Okay, I like this. Issa? No. Unfortunately, Santos is probably our best striker in terms of using his head, and he's out with injury, so I don't actually know what I'm going to do up top if we have to make some substitutes with Santos out, Abby's out. Am I really going to have to play Daniels at, say, right wing and then adjust from there? The other options is Macchiati at left wing, but I think Daniels at right wing is a better call. We can flip Kone Aristide to left wing if we need to. We don't really have another true striker. Charles Abbey is, I guess, the number 3 true striker in my mind, and he's out. Please be onside. Please. Sergio Kone. He was onside. I think he was. Which means almost certainly I'll get it wrong, because that's what I do. Yep. Yep. It wasn't even necessarily him as much as probably Aristide Kone. Let's not hit that button just in case we do score this. I mean, again, it was a silly thought, but now we can hit it and safely get our happiness going. Alright, thrown by Cessignon. Plays it back to Jim. Cessignon. Jim into the box of Kone. Exchange with Gayabua. I would like to see him create a little more space with a quick dribble into the center of the box and kind of just let it drift before creating his opportunity there. Alvarez will initiate. Plays it back to Romero. And their long ball, the header goes astray. Astray? Sure, why not? And eventually we play it up to Hassan. Goes to the end line. Nope. Off of defender. Cessignon probably comes over to take that. One by the defenders, but Cessignon will be the first one there. Chips into the middle. Hamidi. Back to Kasama. To Jim. Hamidi. Back to Sammy playing on the right. That's a confusing set of places to be. The possession indicators coming up pretty even, though certainly what we've seen is we've had far better attempts than they have. In fact, we've basically seen no attempts from him. Oh, Jim with the dispossession. Jim, come on. Why are you just trying that long-range nonsense? Oh boy, okay. Yusuf on for Gayabua. Kasama out to the right wing. Matsima in at center back. It takes off Cessignon, who's one of our better penalty takers. Not, again, that I want this to go to penalties, and I'm not going to play around that. But it does put Matsima on the pitch, so if we can get a corner to come in, Matsima might actually be able to score it. Go with that for now. Leave the other one for regulation in our pocket. If there's an injury, if someone just gets super duper tired. Well, that was confusing and upsetting, but didn't score, so hey. Headed clear, but we didn't really have anyone there, and their player was offsides. Jim up to Sergicone. Sergicone working the outside, like it. Turns, pivots, Kasama up to Arasada Kone, back to Kasama. Kone kind of loses it into Kasama at least. Plays it back to Yusuf. Chips forward looking for Arasada Kone. Saved by the keeper. Will we get the corner out of it? It looks like we will. He wasn't offsides. Man, we didn't even get a visual on that corner. That's how underwhelming it was. Sammy up to Hassan. I know where to go with that. Plays back to Sammy. Over to Hamidi. Yusuf to Matsima. There we are. Jim finally. Kasama will play it up to Kone. Kone to Kone connection. Connection is the word we wanted. Ugh. Terrible attempt to clear. All right, we'll run out these guys for the rest of regulation and make changes here. Tactics. So we're going to bring on Chad Daniels. The question is, are we bringing him on for Bennett Issa or Arasada Kone? I think Bennett Issa for now, though we can change that if we want, though we are a bit short in the middle right now. I'm going to leave it on attacking mentality. I really don't want this going to penalties. I want our guys to go forward, to find ourselves a goal, and to get the win. And if we pick up the loss in the process, then that's just the nature of it. But I just don't want it to come down to the coin flips, especially when we've made our substitutions such that we have not left our best takers on the pitch. Hamidi. Back to Sammy. That's, two guys you don't really expect to do any sort of useful creation there. Let's see him all the way back to Babangida. At least it'll stretch the defense out. Babangida plays it forward. Oh. Come on, Serge. Yes, the leader right. Serge Acone gives us lead in the 99th minute. I'd say Jim's struggling, but it seems like Hassan or Kone are struggling even more. We'll probably use our fourth substitute to step in for Hassan here very shortly. Just get fresh legs on the pitch. Some great passing still. Come on, Serge. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Macchiati on for Hassan. And let's hope our boys can stay. I'm probably moving back to positive as well when given the opportunity. We don't need to press for the goal anymore. We have it. Sergio Kone is just so wildly offsides. I know he's tired, but needed to reset himself and get on sides. They have picked up a yellow card. Unfortunately, I expect to see them having a lot of possession here over the last couple bits. Beautiful ball forward to Sergio Kone. There we go. It took us 95 minutes, but finally their tired legs and the Kone to Kone connection has opened things up. not counting chickens until they're hatched, but 15 more minutes of ball. That's all we need. Oh, City's up on Barcelona. I think they were up on Barcelona in the first leg too. So that's not exactly a shocker. I think PSG pretty handily beat Stuttgart. Question is, did we have the last group? I think we did, which was somebody, maybe Juventus upsetting Manchester United, I think. Which, if that's the case, I would take Juventus over City or PSG. Be a nice distribution of teams, you know. 4 different leagues represented on the Final Four. Yusuf to Jim. Jim kicks it forward to Macchiati. Macchiati back to Sammy. We are going to be... We almost have to just concede the Copa del Rey. It's kind of sad that there's no chance we can play Jim or Ariside Kone. Some of these guys just are... I'm going to have to just kill the practice in between. I'm going to have to actually fiddle with the practice schedule and there, square the keeper, Sergio Kone hat trick, beautiful stuff. But yeah, usually there's one day off, but I might have to just make it 2 to try and get fresh legs on the pitch. Yeah, that's definitely what I'm going to do. Yeah, so this is hopefully... I don't know what episode number it is within season or overall even, but I think this is what I hope is one of 4, essentially. Number 2 will be the Copa del Rey. Number 3 will be the... Yeah, that was just... I don't know what they were thinking. We can just kick in this triangle forever, and the guy's right here. Just kick it out the sideline. Find one of the wing backs, you idiots. How is... Especially Matsima, okay, it's landing on your right foot dominant, just then turn further to your left with the ball, with your right foot just, serving as a broom, sweeping it to the outside, and then you just, play it out to Kasama or kick it, even out of bounds, just away from the front of the goal mouth. Macchiati chips across, doesn't quite find Kasama. I should put on my defensive instructions just in case here. All chipped up. Yeah, Babangida will get onto it. Slower the tempo, turn on time wasting. And yeah, let's go ahead and move down to a defensive mentality. Alright, I'm glad they didn't show us that. Oh good, Sammy's injured. Or he's time wasting. I'm glad they didn't leave us the sweat of whether they would make that corner or not. Oh, I'm dying. I'm dead. Please stop the match. Get off the pitch. Yeah, so we'll probably just, on the second day, put recovery and then, team bonding, or team bonding recovery, and, match study. So, yeah, there we are. Beautiful. Obviously would very much have enjoyed not having to play 30 more minutes and just run our legs off. But, City 3-1 after a 3-2. Give us $13 million, please. And yes, indeed, we get Juventus in the semifinals. The other semifinal is City versus PSG. Okay. Final will be at Signal Iduna Park. Dortmund. Sergio was obviously terrific. Had a match with Celta rearranged. Training. Yeah, so match preview is fine. This is gone. We will replace this with team bonding. And then we will... Oh, that has to be training. Or it has to be travel. Team bonding... Yeah, it'll be fine. Better than an actual practice. So yeah, that is where we're at, where I am at. So yeah, I'm going to finish up this video and send forward a couple days and then record another video for this Atletico Madrid match. Then I'll have a couple matches to run off before the second leg. Okay, we have our home leg first, so it'll be a road leg against Juventus. So hopefully we'll have run up a big lead. De Ligt will be suspended for the first leg, so that's something that's definitely not going to hurt us. Need to take advantage of that and really score when we can, and then not have to score against him in the second leg. So thank you so much for joining me, and I'll be recording soon, and we'll have it up for you soon as well. Always like to read your comments, so don't hesitate to leave them, and I hope you have a very lovely day. Bye.